Generation dumbed down. There's a disturbing new trend in the movie industry, which is ever increasingly depicting violence as ever more sexy, exciting, appealing. And they're appealing to you, teenagers, tweens, teenagers, and young adults, to buy into this, to basically brainwash you with ideas, images, pictures. And they are doing it not for your entertainment, to grab your attention, but to make profit. And Disney's coming out with two. The first one in 2015 is called Descendants. And from an article in which I will place the link, the film's modern day take will involve the kids questioning, quote, the evil that's always been in their hearts. And the second one is coming out next year called Maleficent, starring Angelina Jolie as the villainess. And she says about the movie, promoting it, in general, Jolie told Entertainment Weekly, it's a very good message to say, let's look at something from the other side. And although I do appreciate looking at things from another side, I think that's probably a good idea. In this case, I don't. There's nothing hidden here except for the exploitation of this generation that they want to keep dumbed down, and going to movies using violence to excite. And, you know, although I do respect Jolie for some of the charity work she's done, some of the things she's done is good in a way. Charity, of course, doesn't really solve anything. As we can see, there's increased poverty and starvation in the world, so charity in itself doesn't work. However, Jolie and the Disney Corporation are making these kinds of movies to make money, to make profit. Period. That's why they do it. So my question to you, there's also another movie that my kids told me about, in which One Night a Year, I'm sorry, I can't remember the name of the movie right now. I think I pulled it up though. Oh, it's called The Purge. So in The Purge, the idea is that one night a year, everything, all laws are off. Laws are off. There is no law. You can go out and do whatever you want. You can rape and pillage and kill people and steal, and there'll be no consequences. And this has, you know, again, do we want this to eventually manifest? Because it seems like this is the direction where we're headed. It's like a drug. Excitement, entertainment, with the use of violence to bring up emotions and feelings is like a drug. And they are exploiting and using you for this. They want you to go watch the movie and to keep you dumbed down so you don't stand up and think for yourself. And there was an incident recently in which the United States, people of the United States did stand up and said no to a Syrian invasion. And good for them, because they saved thousands of lives. So you do have power within your numbers to stand up and say, no, this is not what I need to watch. What this does is it puts ideas in people's heads more and more and more, and they build, and it's like a mental illness. You know, how are we as a humankind evolving? These ideas, these movies, are similar to like gladiator age, so thousands of years ago, or hundreds of years ago, in which, I mean, who gets to exploit it? The poor get exploited, the weak, the vulnerable. So in which the weak and vulnerable in society are the ones that will be used for this kind of entertainment and are supposedly disposable and unimportant, when we all know that human beings are, in fact, equal here as physical beings on this planet. So, I would appeal to your common sense and your sense of self and who you are, your sense of integrity and dignity. The idea, even a rich kid can think, oh, it's kind of cool, like let's get a gun. But when their own blood is splattered, the idea isn't so cool anymore. It wouldn't take long before physical suffering, reality, which is the physical, grabs hold of someone and it's like, oh, actually, I don't like this. Well, then who are we going to use for our entertainment, which is becoming ever more violent? Who are we going to use for our violence? Well, it would be the weak. Is this who you are? Is this, as a generation, what you want to define you? Or can you stand up and say, I'm not going to go to these movies, I'm not going to support this? The solution for this kind of thinking is firstly to look within and face yourself and face your thoughts, and to, in fact, redefine yourself as your human nature, who you are as a human being. And without is a living income guarantee. So to provide all with a dignified life. And with looking within, there is a free online course called the Destiny I Process course, and I'll put the link to that, which is an introductory course to Destiny I Process Pro, which I've been involved with for the last 2.5 years. So you don't have to accept that. That does not have to be who your generation is. Don't be generation dumbed down. Stand up and say no.